And we are back here. It's the Hinkle Holiday Classic. And I'm Brandon Giese alongside Patrick Harrion. It's
Custom Heating and Cooling of Chicagoland. For all your heating and cooling needs, featuring sales, installation, and 24-hour emergency service, visit them online at customheating.com. Rosen Hyundai of Algonquin. Looking for a brand new Hyundai or certified pre-owned? Save time, shop online at rosenhyundai.com. Tom the Plumber Inc. is a family-owned and operated company committed to providing plumbing service and installations of the highest quality and craftsmanship. Tom the Plumber, honest and affordable. Visit Tom online at tomtheplumberinc.com. The Windy City Bulls. For tickets and game information for the official G League affiliate of the Chicago Bulls, visit windycitybulls.com. Checkup, the Snapchat of basketball. Find and set up nearby basketball anytime, anywhere. Download the app in the Apple App Store today. And Buffalo Wild Wings. Visit their locations in Algonquin and Hoffman Estates for some award-winning wings spun in one of 21 sauces or dry rubs. Or try a tasty burger or wrap. There's something for everyone at Buffalo Wild Wings in Hoffman Estates at Route 59 and 72 or in Algonquin on Randall Road.
And we are back. It's the Hinkle Holiday Classic. It's the Jacobs High School Gym. I'm Brandon Giese alongside Patrick Harrion, and we are here for another one, and this one's geared up to be a good one. We've taken a look at the board and what teams have done in the tournament so far, and it looks like we're going to have a pretty even match, doesn't it?
Oh, they have both played 2 good games prior, and they have both had the same free throw percentage too. As you see, they both have been 2 games. They lost. One of them they lost with. They've both all been close games. You see, Streamwood has lost 2. They lost at Grand 50-41, which has been close, and they lost at Crystal Lake South at a buzzer beater.
Yeah, 47-45 on a free throw line extended buzzer beater. I just walked into the gym. It was kind of wild. And then, like you said, they're going to be close because you got Dixon. They lost to Crystal Lake South, the team that buzzer beat Streamwood by 10, but then beat Grant and a come-from-behind win 37-35. So it's almost like they're flip-flopped, you know? They played the opposite team strong. So either way, when they match up here on paper, it makes sense that they should match up well together.
Right.
But what we're going to see, we're going to find out. Always keep your eye out for Streamwood High School's Keenan Cole. He can throw it down, and that's kind of, exciting to look at.
Oh, he's 6'7". He's huge. He's tall, and he can slam the ball down there.
Every player on Dixon is listed at 0-0. They did not release heights for their roster, which I can understand. I mean, kind of an advantage knowing who you got to deal with before you get into the gym, So we've got the starting lineups, and we are just seconds away from tipping this bad boy off. This game is brought to you by Custom Heating and Cooling of Chicagoland. For all your comfort needs, heating or air conditioning, give them a call at 847-622-7483 or find them online at customheating.com. I'm going to take a shot in the dark and say most people in this area aren't using their air conditioner at this time of the month.
Might as well just open the windows. It's freezing out there.
That it is. I'd like to welcome all of our listeners from all over the place. We are ready to bring you some exciting live action basketball from 2 teams that are in the same division actually for the tournament. Keenan Beard versus Keenan Cole in the jump, and Cole wins it. And here they come. They've got some major height on the floor, definitely for the Streamwood side. Brandon Martin inside, there he is. He's 6'5". He missed a point-blank hook, but it was contested. Bew Bailey brings it up the other way for the Dixon side of things.
Let's see if Dixon can match their size, match Streamwood's size by their power and their consistency to score.
Here comes Keenan Cole. He gives it up. It was kind of a weak pass, but the Sabres do convert. That's Brandon Martin. Keep an eye on him. He's 6'5". They've got 3 guys on the floor, all listed over 6'5", in Martin, Sinek, and Cole. So they definitely have a big 3 of height. See if they can work the ball inside and take advantage. Layup, no good. Tipped around and controlled by the Sabres. It looks like number 3, D'Angelo Flynn, caught something in his, possibly in the face or nose, and he's bleeding, which is an automatic substitution in high school basketball, and pretty much any basketball. Lamont Cole will check in now off the bench, number 23 for the Sabres. And I've seen this team play before, and I recognize a lot of their guys, Lamont and Keenan Cole and Brandon Martin. The other guys may have not been on the varsity squad, but I'm excited to learn all of the names and faces for each team. In the near corner, that's Zach Marquez. He gives it up to Lamont Cole. Far side, that's Martin. They give it up. Couldn't quite keep the handle on it.
Almost lost the ball there.
Martin sizes up a 3, bang! Excuse me, that was Nikola Sinek. And that's a 3-pointer from him, a 6'6" shooter.
As you see here, height, with the ability to get rebounds and shooting. If you have a guy who's tall and can get rebounds and shoot, it's going to be very hard to beat this team, not alone outscore them.
Bew Bailey now, he gives it up. They work it around. Pete Lawrence. Far side, that's a 3-pointer, I believe, taken by Bailey. I'm going to say it was off of a white jersey, which is number 21, Lawrence. Cole inbounds to Marquez. Marquez will run the offense until D'Angelo Flynn can recover from his bleeding injury that he exited with. It did not appear to be too serious, but in high school basketball, that is an automatic change. An easy bucket for Keenan Cole underneath the hoop. I thought he might standing dunk that one, but this time we got the layup.
He just seemed to just manhandle, and he was just out jumping him there.
Screen set. Lawrence opts not to use it. Bailey will size up a 3. That one will fall. Bew Bailey gets Dixon on the board.
That shot is very important. It seemed like Streamwood was running away with it in the beginning.
As you can see here on the near side, the Dixon bench stands and claps the entire possession for the Sabres. It's going to be off of Lamont Cole's leg, a turnover by the Sabres, and Dixon will take back possession. Left to right, here they come. That's Duncan. Bailey swings far side. Eventually Lawrence gets it. They get it back to Bailey. He's a shooter. They're giving him some space, but he does have the 6'7" Cole on him, so I don't know if I would necessarily fire that because he could block it from essentially everywhere. Bailey now, mid-range, no good. Rebound, tapped, and last off of Cole. They'll remain the possession of Dixon. What have you seen so far, Patrick?
I've seen a lot of shooting in the terms of Streamwood. I've also seen a lot of passing, as I've seen to try to get the ball away from all their tall guys, so it's less of a chance to get blocked.
A 2-point bucket was up and in. That's from Darian Duncan.
It seems like Dixon's trying to get Streamwood off, feel a little off with the clapping.
Keenan Cole right inside. Bailey with it now. Lawrence tries to work it inside. He threw it at his feet. He was lucky to be able to retain that possession. And Keenan Cole with a steal on the fast break now. He lost the handle, does go up, but cannot get it to go.
I have to say, if I was Dixon, I'd try to double team Cole as much as possible, given his height and his shooting ability. And especially try to get the ball away from the tallest guys in the court.
That's going to be a walk against Gabriel Sohn. Just doing a little research to figure it out. The Dixon High School Dukes is what they go by, so
Dukes.
Keep that in mind, the Dukes. The Dukes. I like to be able to use the terms. I knew Streamwood was the Sabres, but I did not know that they were the Dukes. A 3, no good, rebounded there. That's going to be a foul called on Lamont Cole. It's going to be his first foul of the game. Darian Duncan now left to right, 5-9 in favor of the Streamwood Sabres as the Dukes look to possibly cut the lead down to just a bucket.
See, they're passing around the outside, trying to get the defense away from them, trying to get an open shot.
It's tough to work it inside when you've got 3 guys against you over 6'5". Lawrence for 3. Yes, sir. Peyton Lawrence with a nice in-rhythm 3 to put them within 1.
But it seems like to beat Streamwood, to beat the Sabres, you have to take outside shots. Because driving in is just pointless. You're probably going to get blocked by the 3 guys who are over 6 feet tall. So outside shots are probably going to be a way for the Dukes to score.
A turnover, and Bew Bailey's coming down. He's got no fear, and he's going to get called for the foul. That's Brendan Martin, and Bew Bailey will go to the line. You know, this Dixon Duke team may be outsized, but they're not outmatched.
Oh, no. If they're able to work even around these guys, they're able to make their free throws, they're able to take their outside shots, they can play right up to them, and they can be on par with them.
2 teams that, for the tournament, have shot the free throw, I would say, below average. 59% for Dixon and 60% for Streamwood. You could see a possible swing if one of those teams can up that percentage in this game.
If Dixon can up it, they can be on par with Streamwood's height. They can cancel out almost to make points that will be unguarded.
Almost a turnover there from D'Angelo Flynn, but a foul was called. I believe it was on number 23, Keenan Beard. There's D'Angelo Flynn. It's his first time on the floor since suffering that injury that appeared to make somewhere from his face bleed just in like the first minute of the game. And he right away turns it over. Here they come the other way, inside, a good pass, and that's going to be blocked. Another one, and that's going to be blocked as well. That was Brendan Martin with the blocks. Good defensive stand for Martin. He got 2 blocks in just that couple of seconds. Keenan Cole all the way inside. They're going to call a charge on him. A good defensive play by Bew Bailey to stop that.
Well, stopping those big guys on the Sabres is really going to turn the game. If you're able to shut down Cole, if you're able to shut down any of the guys, Martin or Cynic,
a turnover
you have a good
there,
shot of winning.
And the Sabres come right down to get an easy bucket out of D'Angelo Flynn. Good defense from Zach Marquez. I hate to cut you off there, partner, but you got to get that one in. Go ahead.
I was just saying how, like, if you're able to shut down the height, you can probably have a good chance of winning, beating the Sabres.
Definitely take care of the basketball, too. I think that's going to be one of the key ones. It seems like the Sabres are a little more, you know, they don't necessarily run set plays, I would say. They're more freelance.
Right.
They allow their playmakers to make those plays, and that's what's great about their team. So there's possibilities to get turnovers there. Chima checks in for the Dukes, and to the bench goes number 23, Keenan Beard. The inbounder will be Bailey. Inbound goes right to Chima. He gives it back to Bailey. A dribble drive from him. He's got the size advantage against Flynn. A tip, no good. Rebound controlled. The Dukes get it back. An offensive board and an opportunity to get second chance points.
You see with the last game, those offensive rebounds were big.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I have a feeling it's going to be even bigger in this game.
A long 3 was missed there by Lawrence, and they work it right into Keenan Cole. A double team comes. Martin swing pass. They're trying to find the open guy, but they made one too many passes. Didn't notice it until now, but Jake Mayburn did check in for the Sabres. Inside, Flynn with a wild running layup that did not go. Was looking for a call, and he did not get one. They're going to call a foul there at the top.
What could become a problem for the Sabres is fouling. As you see in the first quarter, they already have 4.
Yeah, foul trouble will definitely take that big 3 out if they do indeed fall into foul trouble.
Cole has 1, and you see Martin has 1, and then along with
they're spreading them out, but they do have 4 fouls. D'Angelo Flynn with a pass here to the near side. That's Mayburn. Flynn gives it up to Keenan Cole. He'll take the shot. Front rim, no good. A heave. And we're going to take it quickly to a Windy City Bulls replay.
Buffalo Wild
This
Wings.
is off a
Place to
great
bring the whole
defensive
family
play
for
from
a
Zach
great night
Marquez.
out.
D'Angelo
We're
Flynn gets
nearby
an
in
easy
Algonquin
layup.
and Crystal
And
Lake
now,
with
out of the
specials all
replay, we're
week
going to send
long.
it to Buffalo Wild
Enjoy
Wings for
65
this
cent boneless
message.
wings on Buffalo Wild Wings is the place to bring the whole family for a great night out. We're nearby in Algonquin and Crystal Lake with specials all week long. Enjoy 65-cent boneless wings on boneless Thursdays and Mondays. Get half-priced wings on Tuesdays. And stop by on Wednesdays for 99-cent chicken tenders and $1.49 kids meals. Sign up for our free Plays and Rewards loyalty program. Earn points, get rewards. It's more of what you love for what you already love to do. It's all here at Buffalo Wild Wings in Algonquin and Crystal Lake.
And we are back here in the Jacobs High School gym. It's the Hinkle Holiday Classic. Patrick, we had an interesting first quarter, kind of slow-paced. For some people, would lull you to sleep, but up here in the booth, we love this kind of game. It's close. What did you see?
I saw good defense in terms of double teaming Cole in the last drive of the game, but I've also seen a lot of fouls. And with fouls, the more you get, the better chance the other team has of scoring, especially when the bonus comes into play. You're giving them free shots, which will be important for Dixon, because then you're not being guarded on those shots like you would be with Cole guarding you or any of the guys who are over 6 feet tall, where you have a higher chance of getting blocks. You're getting a chance to get those free shots, which will be very important as the game continues.
And even more important is that both of these teams have shot it below average. So whichever team can possibly shoot it better could end up with a win here, as it is just a one-point game. And we're geared up to go again. Duncan brings it up, and he gets it to Chima. Far side swing, they're going to fire for three, no good. Rebound, tapped around, Cole almost got it, but he let it slip out of his grasp. Duncan now with a dribble drive. Looked like some contact, no call. A behind the back pass. Bailey definitely got hacked from behind, and there's another foul, as you said. Jack Mayburn with that one.
And again, the fouls and the offensive rebound. They had at least two of those in this part of in that drive there, and they kept the ball in this area and gave them another chance to probably score again. They'll have to try here.
Bailey with it. He's going to dribble to the top and escape that pressure. Duncan now far side. Duncan lethargically dribbles to the top, gives it to Lawrence. Lawrence tries to work it inside, but as you can tell, it's just a tough task to get inside against those big three. Chima with an up fake, a swing pass. They found the open man. Duncan with a dribble drive. Out to Chima for three. No. Rebound, again controlled by the Dukes, and they've had it the whole minute that the quarter was in play before the turnover. A minute-long possession due to offensive rebounds and fouls.
I've also seen is that the way these two teams play, you've seen the Dukes are a little slower paced compared to Streamwood, where they're rapping, they're trying to find a play as the play continues, but Dixon seems to be calmed down, they need to be relaxed, and they seem to know what's going on.
It's good. It's two good counteractive styles. Sabres like to get out and run the fast break, and be a little freelance with it, make plays. As Martin puts that one up, no good. But Dixon likes to play that half-court set. They like to slow the pace down. They like to try to make these guys make a mistake.
And hopefully at that mistake they'll be able to capitalize with it.
Chima gives it up to Bailey. A dribble drive, a swing pass. Lawrence for three. No good. Martin will give it up, and here comes Jack Mayburn quickly to Lamont Cole. Marquez will give it to Martin. Swing pass to the near side. Good defense from Bailey, but it's going to go off of his shoe and out of bounds, I believe. It looked like that to me. I didn't see the call from the ref, but that is exactly what they did make. Just the monitor right here, just got to
Look over, peer over, try
the
to see what's
monitor's
going
setting
on.
the screen on me. They called white ball. So I don't know what happened to change the possession. Everyone's a little confused. Bailey almost looked like he was going to shoot it at the wrong side of the rim. And we've re-geared. Bailey for two. No good. Rebound by Cole, and Chima's going to pick up a over-the-back foul.
Now with Duke, they're going to have to make those shots if they want to stay in this, because the Sabres can just drive in and just overpower them. So then they have to make those outside shots, those shots even around this, even around the paint where they're not exactly going in, but they're a little out. They have to make those shots.
Those mid-range jumpers could be key. Cole works it to Lamont Cole. Marquez thought about it, instead gives it up far side. Keenan Cole turns it over to Bailey. Bailey with a Euro step, but he does walk. I didn't think he walked.
I did not count any more than 2 steps there.
The Euro step, engineered by Manu Ginobili himself, triggers the walk in this circumstance.
It seems a little bit like Streamwood slowing down a little bit as well.
Well, they have turned it over a couple of times on possessions. I would understand why they do want to slow the game down here. No good there. That was, I'm losing my place, Cynic who took the jumper, and now here come the Dukes.
You've seen the shots were going in and out this quarter. There's not been that many points at all in this quarter.
A loose ball ends up in Sabre possession, and they're moving quickly. They do have some numbers, but Marquez throws it away.
Now that kind of pass just kind of seemed a little uncalled for. There's no one over there in that point. There was a guy a little bit over to the right, but the pass thrown in the corner is kind of just giving the ball away.
It's kind of a sloppy play there by Marquez, but either way, here they come back the other way. That's a learning play. Slow it down possibly, or make a pass earlier in the possession. Chima gives it up. Bailey now with it. Near side, that's Oscar Van Sickle who checked in off the bench.
See the pace being slowed down. They're trying to pass the ball around to see a guy open.
Dixon with a good bucket by Darian Duncan.
You see him turn around, the shot that was perfectly executed, even with one of the bigger guys on him.
And that is the first points of the second quarter, just over 4 minutes into the quarter. And now the Dixon Duke bench stands back up. Lamont Cole for 2, no good. Rebound controlled. That's Van Sickle.
Streamwood has just gone cold in this quarter.
They push it up. Van Sickle with it now. Near side corner. It's going to reset. Duncan. Dribble drive, kick out. Van Sickle for 3, no good. Oh, they looked for Cole on the leak out, but they missed him. Would have been slam time. For 3, bang! A big 3 from Nikola Cynic, and that's gonna put him up 2. This timeout is going to be sponsored by Rosen Hyundai of Algonquin. Looking for a brand new Hyundai or certified pre-owned? Save time, shop online at Rosen Hyundai. And we're going to take a look at this Windy City Bulls replay. And here we got a big 3. That's the one that he just hit. That's Cynic for 3. Patrick, what have you seen so far that's really, excited you? I mean, this second quarter's been kind of a quiet one, but good things on each side?
I've been able to see at the end they're starting to get shooting a little more. As you saw Martin with the shot. I think he took the shot, and he was way behind. Or Cole, he was 5 feet behind the three-point line. They're able to start making their shots as more points are being. In the last minute and a half, there's been more points compared to the rest of the quarter.
Yeah. Overall, I just like to take a moment when we can. This is probably the best time to do it, to thank everybody in our production crew, everybody that runs the tournament, and everybody that's doing anything that helps us produce this broadcast, and also everybody down there, referees, people that are doing the PA announcing, and everything down to the nurses that check us in. It's an overall wonderful experience, and we're right back into the action here, but Those are the kind of people that don't necessarily get heard, but they deserve the same recognition as us.
Especially those people down in the booth downstairs working everything.
Our production team is outstanding. They threw that one away. That was Theodore Oscar Van Sickle. I want to apologize. Now is where on the roster, it doesn't necessarily differentiate where the first and last name end, so I don't know where to end, so I might just use the whole name. Far side.
Now, if the Sabres do score in this possession, that turnover can be very
Buffalo
costly
Wild
in the long
Wings.
run. You
There's
see
Flynn with it.
the amount of points that have been scored this quarter have been low, and every opportunity you can, especially with turnovers, if they're able to score.
Keenan Cole with it in the far side corner on your screen. Gives it up to Martin. Flynn now. Nikola Sinic, dribble drive, gets it knocked away. They give it up to Bailey, and Bailey almost got it to go. That looked like Martin tried to glass it and missed it. An oop attempt is too far. Sinic will put it up and in. Nikola Sinic, he's had a very good game so far. That's going to get his point total up to 8, and he will be the high scorer for the game. Lawrence now far side. D'Angelo Flynn playing some good hustle defense, but they're going to call a foul on him.
There was some contact when he was coming back out of bounds, and that's where they caught the foul from. So now Streamwood has 6 fouls. With a minute 41 remaining.
Quiet quarter scoring. A dribble drive from Bailey, gives it up. Theodore Oscar Van Sickle for 3, no good.
Also seems like Kevin Bauer has checked in for Streamwood.
Kevin Bauer, a 5'9" senior off the bench for the Sabres. And I would imagine the young man could shoot it.
Also probably be very good at passing.
Bauer gives it up to Flynn. Sinic now gives it up. Martin to Bauer. There's Bauer. He'll shoot it. Oh, just rimmed out. It looked good the whole way. We have a real good look at those from this angle. And looked pretty good.
There seemed to be a little rotation with the ball where it was kind of tailing at the end, and that's why it missed the middle of the rim a little bit.
Darian Duncan scores, and he has all of the points for the Dukes in the second quarter. 4 points scored only by Darian Duncan. A good block there, and Bailey will spring the break. They get it up to Peyton Lawrence. He'll fire for 3, no good. Also board tapped out of bounds last by Bailey.
Well, they might have had a chance, Duke. The Dukes might have had a chance to drive in on that drive.
Yeah, they definitely did have a chance to go inside there, and they opted to take the transition 3. It was open, but at the same time, you might have had a better look inside. Martin gives it up far side to Sinic. He'll fire again for 3, no good. Rebound controlled by Lawrence, and they'll get it quickly to Bailey. Inside. That's no good. Rebound controlled and thrown up to Bauer. Cole wanted the oop. 1 second left, no good. And we're going to use this quarter break to take a look at a Windy City Bulls replay really quickly. Nikola Sinic well behind the three-point line. Bang.
That was an amazing shot. He's that far behind.
Buffalo Wild
and
Wings
we're gonna
is the place to
look
bring
at
the
this
whole family for a
hoop
great night
attempt
out.
really quickly
We're
and then
nearby
send it
in Algonquin
into
and
our
Crystal Lake
sponsors
with
here at
specials
the
all week
at
long.
the half break.
Enjoy 65-cent boneless wings on boneless
That's
Thursdays
gonna
and
be
Mondays. Get
Buffalo
half-priced wings
Wild
on Tuesdays.
Wings.
And stop. Buffalo Wild Wings is the place to bring the whole family for a great night out. We're nearby in Algonquin and Crystal Lake with specials all week long. Enjoy 65-cent boneless wings on boneless Thursdays and Mondays. Get half-priced wings on Tuesdays. And stop by on Wednesdays for 99-cent chicken tenders and $1.49 kids meals. Sign up for our free Blaze and Rewards loyalty program. Earn points, get rewards. It's more of what you love for what you already love to do. It's all here at Buffalo Wild Wings in Algonquin and Crystal Lake.
And we are back here in the Jacobs High School gym. It's the Hinkle Holiday Classic presented by Meyer. A low-scoring affair here in the first half of action. It's the Dixon Dukes taking on the Streamwood Sabres. If you're just now joining us, I'm Brandon Giese sitting alongside Patrick Harrion. And what did you see there in the first half?
I saw a lot of fouls, a lot of missed shots, and a lot of missed opportunities, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, buckets are hard to come by at this point in the game. You're looking up at the board or even our ticker right there on the bottom, and when you see 16-14, you're thinking half is done? Maybe a quarter, right?
Right.
No, that's the first half scoring, ladies and gentlemen. The Dixon Dukes have 3 guys who have scored the basketball the whole game. It's been Bailey, Duncan, and Lawrence. Besides that, everyone else has not even, I don't even know who shot the ball besides them 3.
For the Sabres, you only have 4. You have Sinek, Martin, Cole, and Flynn, and the Sinek has the most with 8. The other ones have like 2 or 4.
And exactly, I think Sinek probably would be the highlight of the first half. He hit a couple of really deep threes, and besides that, this game has been a tightly defended and contested basketball matchup, and honestly, I think that some of the turnovers have contributed to the low scoring. I think there's been a lot of missed opportunities, like you said, and overall, whoever, as we said in the first game, finds their offensive identity quicker could win this game.
Right, and whoever capitalizes on those turnovers and actually starts making shots will win if the other team doesn't. It continues like they did last half.
Yeah, and there's a lot of stuff that each team could do to change the tempo and change their the way they're going to run. I think overall, on the Sabres side, they've got a huge height advantage. You got to work the ball inside your guys at some point. For the Dukes, I think they've done actually pretty well for being undermanned or undersized. Not undermanned, undersized.
Right.
They've shot the ball okay. I mean, when you're shooting the ball, you're either going to shoot it really hot or you're not. There's really no in between. So they're trying to get good opportunities. They've taken the ball inside when it warrants it. But besides that, you've got to try to create opportunities via turnovers, via defensive pressure, and for some way run plays for your guys who you know can put it in the bucket.
Right. Capitalize on those turnovers and capitalize on all the mistakes that happen.
We are just 28 seconds from the second half of action here in the Jacobs High School gym. As we always say, there's 2 main keys to high school basketball: free throws and turnovers, and we've added now a third with rebounding. Let's see who does those 3 most. And I think that one of these teams for sure is going to come out with a win, but I think we're ready to gear up for a close second half once again if these guys can't figure something out on the offensive end.
It'll be very close with the low scoring of the game. Last 2 quarters went. And if they continue going like that, it's going to come down to whoever makes the last shot, potentially.
It could be. What do you think you got to get to as a point total to win the game?
I think you got to at least get over 35.
If you get over 35, you think you can be a winner?
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll see if that reigns true. Streamwood Sabres start with the ball. Zach Marquez, they're going to flip sides, so let's see if that helps anybody's scoring ability, as it seemed like there was lids on both of the buckets on the other ends. Pass almost intercepted. It was a little hazardous, but either way, they do get away with it, and they will inbound underneath the hoop. They reset with a different-looking lineup. That is the Sabres. Nick Drawl comes in, number 21, and they leave D'Angelo Flynn on the bench. I don't believe it's due to injury, but you could wonder about that as he came out earlier in the game with something in the facial area. Martin gives it up. That's Droll right away, right back to Martin. They're working inside. Cole was going to slam it, but he didn't get the handle.
It seemed like he thought too much about the slam instead of controlling the ball first and then executing that plan.
Yep, he definitely was one step ahead of his own body. Duncan now, the lone scorer in the second quarter for the Dukes, and that's something that's probably got to change if you're going to see this team come out on top. Theodore Oscar Van Sickle for 3, no good. That's going to be last touched by Bailey, and it will go back in the Sabres' possession.
Let's see if the Sabres can turn things around and start to score upon that mistake. On the rebound there, he tipped it out of bounds. See if they can pick up on that error and see if they can capitalize.
Cynic with it now, and as we saw, he may be tall, but he really can shoot it. Martin inside, he's got 3 guys on him. I think he might have lost it. I thought he threw it off of a guy's back, actually, is what I thought he was trying to do. But either way, the Dukes take over.
He looked like he tried to throw it around, but it just seems like, I don't know, maybe he got hit onto his arm and he just let go of the ball out of force.
Van Sickle with it now on the far side. Duncan gets a screen into the corner. Theodore Oscar Van Sickle for 3, and he hits it. That's going to be the first bucket of the third quarter, and they're already 1 point away from matching their second quarter total.
And that is how you're able to beat Streamwood. If you can take that outside shot and capitalize on a mistake of a guy not guarding his guy, you're able to capitalize on that open shot. That's how you're able to score more points and beat him.
Here comes Marquez to the rack, no good. Rebound, he was out of bounds still. That's Keenan Beard who was just out of bounds before stepping back in, gaining possession of the ball. Sizes it up, that's Nick Drod, no good.
And it seems the cold streak of Streamwood has continued on into the second half.
Out, and now Duncan swings it all the way to the near side. We've got Bailey in the corner. Dribbles to the top and passes it. He gets it right back, thought about it. Lawrence with a dribble drive. He didn't even hit, he hit the backboard, but he did miss the rim. That's going to go the other way now. Marquez, a dribble drive, nothing going. Cynic for 3, no. Out of bounds, and the Dukes will take possession.
Now, even with being out height, they're playing pretty good defense against the height of Streamwood, and it seems to be playing off, but they're not scoring much.
Haven't really seen Keenan Cole get the ball all that often for the Sabres either. Kind of a unique thing. We came into this game thinking that he would probably have the ball in his hands a lot more than he does. Duncan now for 2, no good. Back rim, rebound, tipped, and controlled by the Sabres. Cynic thought about it, said he passes to Martin. They were looking to get it inside to Cole, but they couldn't do it. Cynic comes and gets the ball.
Just trying to find an opening, but Duke's defense is playing pretty good.
Looking for a foul, but Marquez isn't going to get it. And now, here they come the other way, try to capitalize on a turnover. Bailey with a dribble drive, a swing pass to the corner. That's going to be Lawrence for 3, no good. Back rimmed it. Kick out, Bailey thought about it again. He'll step back on Cole, and he had him doing circles. Bo Bailey for 2.
Played with his mind, he tricked him out and took the shot, and it was a perfect shot.
It's going to be last touched by Peyton Lawrence.
There was the attempt to try to get the ball to Cole, but he had already 2 guys on him. He was outplayed.
They are definitely double teaming in the post. Martin turns it over. That's going to be a travel by Bo Bailey. He walked into his own man, and that caused him to drag his foot.
There's another second chance opportunity for Streamwood to score on a play that probably shouldn't have happened.
Cynic got it at the line, thought about it. Instead, he'll pass to Martin. Cole with it now. You can hear the claps of the Duke bench in the background. Cole lost it originally. Kick out for 3, no good. That was Nick Droll for 3, and he just had it hit the back rim. Darian Duncan will bring it up with pace. Bailey thought about a 3. Instead, he'll dribble drive on Martin. A good pass.
Streamwood's just having trouble trying to find that first basket of the half.
There it is, a 2. That's going to go. That's Keaton Beard for 2. And now you're looking the other way. The Dukes have taken a 4-point lead, or a 5-point lead, excuse me.
Streamwood has to
Brain
score
dead.
in this drive. And it seems like the tempo has switched over to the Dukes, and they're just
Cole for 3. He'll hit. Keenan Cole for 3, and the Sabres will take a timeout after that 3 from Keenan Cole. 21-19 here in the Jacobs High School gym. What have you seen so far? Oh, actually, hold that thought. We're going to send it to a Windy City Bulls replay really quickly. We're going to take a look at Keenan Cole's 3. Feet well behind the line and in stride. No hesitation, Keenan Cole for 3. Trying to get the ball to him a little more, huh?
yeah. Even though he's being double teamed, maybe try to get him on the outsides. You see, they have 2 guys, Cynic and Cole, who are both pretty big, and they can shoot outside. They can use the height advantage, getting higher off the ground, so it's a less chance of it being blocked.
There it is again. I mean, both Cole and Cynic have shot the ball confidently, and I would imagine Martin really wouldn't be too bad at it as well. He handles the ball pretty well. And just to let you guys know, this timeout was also sponsored by Tom the Plumber. Tom is your local family-owned plumbing contractor, honest and affordable. Visit TomThePlumberInc.com for more information on him. What a guy. What a guy.
He's quite
Tom
the man.
Plumber. Duncan now gets it over, and he'll get it right back. They changed their defense big time. Pressure is on now. Inside quickly, Cole got up-faked, and in it goes. That's Keenan Beard right back to it.
You see Flynn's back in for Streamwood as well.
Yep, D'Angelo Flynn did come back in off the bench, so that does squash any injury possibility, or at least for now. Martin now far side, he'll shoot it for 3. The big men are firing on all cylinders from beyond the arcs here in the second half. That's the second 3 by a big man in 2 possessions for the Sabres, and maybe they're going to look to go back to it again. Duncan far side. Sickle thought about shooting it, but he couldn't get it off. Another one was knocked out of the hands by D'Angelo Flynn, and that's going to keep the possession in favor of the Dukes.
Now with Streamwood, they should just continue passing to the big guys when they're on offense. It's a big guy who can shoot is a big threat.
Oh yeah, definitely. The stretch 4, but all 3 of them are stretch 4s. Give it up to Peyton Lawrence in the corner. He just had a mishand on the swing pass. You see now the Sabres have gone to that 2-3 zone. Out to Theodore Oscar Van Sickle for 3, and he'll hit nothing but the bottom of the net. And it seems like the Dukes have kind of figured it out, huh?
They figured out that they can shoot along the 3-point line. They can pass around. They can they figured out they can shoot, and that is a big thing for them. As you saw earlier in the quarter, no one was really shooting, and even last half, no one was really shooting.
Good defensive pressure. Did not result in a turnover this time. Flynn, a swing pass to Cole. He'll fire it again, short off the rim. They're going to say that Cynic was on the line when he tried to save it, and it will go the other way. There's Keenan Cole on your screen. 6'7" forward.
It seems like shooting has come alive in the third quarter.
Most definitely for the Dukes, and even for the Sabres. Each team has shot the ball better, but Martin with a steal, and we could see a slam. Martin
oh,
down.
Man.
Brendan
What a dunk.
Martin will throw it down with a little bit of authority to get him back to within 2. A swing pass, and it's going to be a turnover, and so far the change on defense has worked out for the Sabres. That's been 2 consecutive turnovers caused by the pressure. Cynic for 3. No good. Rebound off the head of Lawrence, rebounded by Theodore Oscar Van Sickle.
You've noticed that the dunk is trying to change the tempo of the game again. So now it's going toward the Streamwood's favor.
Into the corner, Peyton Lawrence for 3, no good. Rebound, offensive rebound is grabbed. Duncan for 3. They're gonna call an offensive foul somewhere. They had 2 3-point opportunities that were good looks, just go wayside off one side of the rim. And back comes the Streamwood Sabres with an opportunity to tie the game. 7 ticks left on the clock in the third quarter, and once again, the third quarter has been the most entertaining. A 3 from Martin. He hit it! Brendan Martin with an off-balance three-pointer to end the quarter, and an offensive explosion to end the third quarter from each side. We're going to take a look at the Windy City Bulls replay, and this is going to be Brendan Martin sparking the Sabres with a throwdown. Look at that.
That is a dunk.
And then he comes down to end the quarter with an off-balance 3. That was an incredible sequence for the Streamwood Sabres. We're going to send it to Buffalo Wild Wings, and we'll be back.
Is the place to bring the whole family for a great night out. We're nearby in Algonquin and Crystal Lake with specials all week long. Enjoy 65-cent boneless wings on boneless Thursdays and Mondays. Get half-priced wings on Tuesdays. And stop by on Wednesdays for 99-cent chicken tenders and $1.49 kids meals. Sign up for our free Blaze and Rewards loyalty program. Earn points, get rewards. It's more of what you love for what you already love to do. It's all here at Buffalo Wild Wings in Algonquin and Crystal Lake.
And we are back here in the Jacobs High School gym. What a explosion there to end the third. I mean, theoretically, we didn't really see that much offensive scoring. They only scored about 10 points each, but it got very exciting to end the quarter.
In that last minute, there was the 3 by Martin and the dunk, and that has just changed the way Streamwood has acted in this game.
Overall, I think up until about the 3-minute mark remaining in the third, it was about the same tempo, and then things just flipped like a switch. Streamwood called a timeout. They upped their defensive pressure, and now they have a 1-point lead coming into this fourth quarter. Do you still think 35 will win it?
No.
What do you think you got to get to now, 40?
At least 40.
At least 40 is the call. You heard it here first from my partner, Patrick Harrion. If you're just joining us, I'm Brandon Giese, and this is the Hinkle Holiday Classic on YouTube. D'Angelo Flynn will take it up off of the turnover from the Dukes. Inside to Cole right away. They're looking to get back to what they did in the third to end. Sinek for 3, short. Never had enough. He kind of short-armed it on that one.
Didn't put that much power into it. And just
yeah, you can see he just kind of flicked it instead of finishing it. Bo Bailey now with it. He'll get it quickly up to Peyton Lawrence in the corner. A dribble drive. Lawrence had it rim out. A pretty good look.
Rebound by the little man.
Sinek for 3 in transition, no good. Rebound controlled by Cole. He'll go up with it, no good. Another offensive board, that time by Martin. D'Angelo Flynn with an athletic play, and they will get on the board again. D'Angelo Flynn with a double clutch layup underneath the rim.
Just a beautiful shot.
Darian Duncan now. Passes out. Peyton Lawrence now with it. And now we're back into that half-court set that the Dukes are running there very commonly in the third. A hop step and a fire, back rim no good.
Trying to slow down Streamwood's momentum.
Bailey with good defense there. Almost wound up with a turnover, but he couldn't quite control it all the way.
Let's see if Streamwood will go back to the big guys around the three-point line
Martin
in this possession.
Looked like he was going to bring the ball up. And look, another defensive change here. They're going with a box and one press. Keenan Cole with it far side, gives it up. D'Angelo Flynn trying to,
Possibly set up a play.
orchestrate. Martin thought about shooting, but right when he got to the top of his jump, realized he was well contested. Martin will dribble drive, tries to kick it, but it's going to be a foul called.
So you've also noticed in this half, the amount of fouls that happened have been really low.
Gabriel Sohn picked up that foul, and that's a name that we haven't seen on the floor in a while. And he actually started the game for the Dukes, so it's good to see him back on the floor, even if he does pick up that foul there. Tried to get it inside, and that almost resulted in a turnover. really got to work on getting that ball inside down low, but get it in there cleanly.
Right. You don't want to be sloppy with the passes where you can potentially turn over the ball and, again, could potentially shift the game.
Going to call a high screen and roll with Cole and Flynn. They get it into Cole off of it, and that's going to be a bucket for Keenan Cole. And now, all of a sudden, it's turned into a 5-point game in favor of the Sabres.
Seems like, again, it's shifting back and forth.
Pass is deflected high up into the stands. It's going to roll back down near the Duke bench and be recovered by the referee. The Dukes really need a spark. They just need to get, I feel like they're just one really good possession and real good bucket away from breaking out.
Right. If they can score potentially a 3-pointer or a 2-pointer, it's now only it'll only be like a 3-point game.
Oh, and he threw it away. Duncan forced a pass that causes another turnover for the Sabres. And Streamwood has the opportunity to take a 7-point lead.
It seems like Duke is just trying to do too much in a little period of time. They're just trying to do too much.
Got to realize that at this point, you can't get it all back on one possession. You got to string together a couple of good ones.
There is no such thing as a 5-pointer in basketball.
No, there is not.
They have to realize that and just try to work with any kind of basket, maybe a layup or a mid-range shot or potentially a 3. Just try to score.
Martin with a hook, no good. Duncan now, bring it up. And he turns it over again. Sinek's gonna go inside, behind the back. He fumbled it. I thought that might have been a walk even, or a double dribble, because it looked like he picked it up. He picked up the dribble and then put it down again. An awkward play, but a bucket for Sinek. Duncan to Bailey, Lawrence for 3, no good. Rebound, tipped out to Duncan.
He might have stepped over the line.
That's one of those plays where it's kind of tough to decide. A Euro step from Bailey, and he's gonna get a foul called. Another Euro step by Bo Bailey, and this time it's not gonna be a travel. It's gonna get him to the free throw line, something that we haven't seen in a long time. And a full timeout is going to be called by the Dixon Dukes. And you know what that means. It's time to check up on Checkup. This timeout sponsor is Checkup, and this is the Snapchat of basketball, if you didn't know. Find and set up nearby basketball anytime, anywhere. Download the app in the Apple App Store today. And you know, they sent us a commercial that we air. It's pretty cool. Next time it comes up on the screen, I'll show you. You got to watch it because there's all sorts of cool buckets from NBA players. They got Brody season on there and all sorts of stuff. So something to check out for everyone that's out there listening. If you like to hoop, go ahead and check out the Checkup app.
Check it out.
Check out on Checkup. So we got 4:03 left. It's kind of turned into a bigger deficit than it really feels like on the court. The Dukes still have a good chance to come back and get back into this game. What are you telling them if you're the coach down there on the floor?
Relax. Take it possession by possession. Don't try to do too much in the 4 minutes we have left.
I think that that's a great way to look at it. This isn't something that you can make up in one possession. You got to get a good bucket, play good defense, get a good bucket, play good defense. That's what you got to be preaching to your guys, that this is a step-by-step process. You can't just hit a three-pointer and be back in it.
And not try to just overdo it. Too many passes where you have a higher chance of turning the ball over like they've done.
And really, they're not
constantly.
They're not even out of it. To say back in it isn't really fair, because
Right.
the game, if you just are now turning it on, it looks like a pretty big deficit. But so this game has been very evenly matched. Bailey knocks down a free throw there. But overall, it's been a very evenly matched, tight game. Bailey with his second free throw, up and good.
Now it's only a 5-point game. You see, with those free throws, you can use them to get closer.
You got to play tight defense here. That's the key. And a turnover. Peyton Lawrence stepped in front of a pass. He's going to go all the way. Yes! Peyton Lawrence for 2.
You see the bench of Duke standing up after that play. It seems like potentially momentum might shift if they're able to stop Streamwood on this play.
Another turnover. That went off of Streamwood, but he does grab it either way, so that's going to be a turnover. Bailey for 2, no good. Good defense either way.
Right.
3:20 left in the game. It's a 3-point ball game in favor of the Streamwood Sabres.
See Duke's bench standing up again with the clapping.
And the Dixon Dukes are turning up the defensive pressure. A couple of bad turnovers by the Sabres has really opened the door for them to climb right back in. And this is exactly what we were talking about when we were saying in the timeout, what are you telling your guys? And they did exactly that.
They're taking advantage of mistakes. They're improving on the defense. And stopping Streamwood with the kind of momentum they had going into that timeout is important because they were driving, they were shooting. And now with the defense improving, they're able to have a better chance of coming back or scoring one more basket.
Went right by Cole, but could not convert inside. And it remains a 3-point game. They got to have another good defensive possession here with under 2.5 minutes left. Far side, that's Brendan Martin. D'Angelo Flynn with it now. Marquez. They're trying to work it inside to Keenan Cole, but they just cannot get it to him. Now they do get it to him. He goes up, no good. Rebound controlled. Got to push the issue when you're up a man there. Duncan passes it. Sickle, the extra pass to Lawrence. He'll dribble drive, go right by him and score. Peyton Lawrence again. And it's a 1-point ball game with under 2 minutes to play here in the Jacobs High School gym.
Seems like the tide has shifted again. It's now turning in the Duke's favor. They've now clawed back from a 7-point deficit in a very short period of time.
Martin on the far side. And you said 40. It could still be 35. D'Angelo Flynn now. He'll pass it. Sinek for three. No good. Rebound controlled. Here comes Darian Duncan. And the opportunity to gain the lead back.
They're slowing down their play, maybe trying to draw out the time for them to get one last possession on potentially the play after the next one, if there is one.
A good screen set. Duncan for two. He knocks it down and takes the lead. Darian Duncan puts his team up by one, and a much-needed Sabre timeout is called. We are under a minute and 1-point basketball game. It does not get much better than this. It has been a slow one, but we're going to send it to a Windy City Bulls replay to check out what they've got for us. This is going to be Darian Duncan. He steps just inside the arc and knocks down a very important 2-point field goal for the Dukes. This timeout is sponsored by Rosen Hyundai of Algonquin. Looking for a brand new Hyundai or certified pre-owned? Save time. Shop online at rosenhyundai.com. And Patrick, they have done just about everything perfect out of their last timeout, Dixon. What are you going to say to your boys now after Sabres call a timeout and try to flip the script on you, get the momentum back in their favor?
For Streamwood or for Dixon?
For Dixon.
For Dixon, I'd say continue doing what you're doing. Do not get comfortable with this little tiny lead you have going here. You can never have enough of a lead in basketball or any sport in that.
Look at them drawing up the play. What do you think? Who do you think they're trying to run that play to, Patrick?
They're trying to run it to Cole.
You think so? Keenan Cole on a screen there. It looked like they had the up screen off of on the board in red. You saw they were coming off of the wing to the top of the key possibly. Either way, it's going to be an interesting finish. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just now joining us, it's 34-33. The Dixon Dukes have fought back from, what was it, a 7-point deficit in the last 2 minutes. And now we just have 54 seconds left on the clock, and it's a 1-point game. Streamwood really needs to value this possession. They've had a tough time on offense as of late. Does not look like the play we thought we saw on the board, does it?
No, nowhere near that.
There it is. That's kind of the cut we were thinking of. D'Angelo Flynn at the top, works it to Sinek. Sinek's going to use the post game, put it up, and good! A huge bucket by Nikola Sinek. And now this could be the last possession of the game with a possibility to win it. Bo Bailey with 16 left. Duncan to Lawrence, a dribble drive. He'll throw it up, no good. Rebound tapped around. That one's blocked, controlled. They're gonna call a foul or timeout by the Dukes. 5.5 left, a wild possession. Peyton Lawrence had a great look, but this time out, to help us ease the pressure, is going to be brought to us by Tom the Plumber. Tom is the local family-owned plumbing contractor. He's honest and affordable. Visit TomThePlumberInc.com. Wow, that possession was wild.
It was madness. There were blocks, there were passing, there was guys getting, seemed like there was physical contact in that play. It was nuts.
I'm very surprised Peyton Lawrence didn't fire that from the corner to start with. He had a very good look, and we're on camera here. Wave hi to the people at home. It was a very good look in the corner. They had the opportunity to get possibly a three-pointer, but he chose to drive the ball, and he had a good look with the layup. But then the chaos ensued. The rebound tapped around. People are on the floor fighting for it. They're lucky to even have the ball now.
Right.
Now we've got our production crew for you guys too. 5.5 seconds left. The Sabres still, they're not even out of the timeout yet. Here they come. They're in a inbound and box set. The Dukes are. Who are you running the play to?
To be honest with you, I don't really know. They could be any one of these guys. The key is just to score. It doesn't matter who you pass it to. If you have confidence, whoever you pass it to, and then to shoot, you have a chance.
2 seconds left. Bailey, and it's blocked by Cole. He puts it up. Oh, he almost hit it off the tip. And the Dixon Dukes will lose. Keenan Cole, he might have had a rough outing overall, but he got a key block and a key
through
tie.
in the end. That block, we told you in the beginning, you watch out for Keenan Cole. As you saw there at the end, he ended up saving the game.
Very,
for Streamwood.
very close to being a 1-point victory by Dixon. And as we said, we thought this game was going to be close from the very beginning, and it didn't prove to be wrong. I mean, these guys are evenly matched. They play different styles. They have different players. But in the end, the Streamwood Sabres come out with a win.
And also, you look really closely at that score there, at 35. I might have been wrong changing it, but I was somewhat right with the 35.
They did get the 35 points, and that's what you said at half. For everybody down in the booth, or down in the production area, we are going to send it to our sponsor, Buffalo Wild Wings. We'll bring it back, and we got another live action game for you coming soon.
Buffalo Wild Wings is the place to bring the whole family for a great night out. We're nearby in Algonquin and Crystal Lake with specials all week long. Enjoy 65-cent boneless wings on boneless Thursdays and Mondays. Get half-priced wings on Tuesdays. And stop by on Wednesdays for 99-cent chicken tenders and $1.49 kids meals. Sign up for our free Plays and Rewards loyalty program. Earn points, get rewards. It's more of what you love for what you already love to do. It's all here at Buffalo Wild Wings in Algonquin and Crystal Lake.
This sports broadcast made possible by contributions from the following. Custom Heating and Cooling of Chicagoland. For all your heating and cooling needs, featuring sales, installation, and 24-hour emergency service, visit them online at customheating.com. Rosen Hyundai of Algonquin. Looking for a brand new Hyundai or certified pre-owned? Save time, shop online at rosenhyundai.com. Tom the Plumber, Inc. Family-owned and operated company committed to providing plumbing service and installations of the highest quality and craftsmanship. Tom the Plumber, honest and affordable. Visit Tom online at tomtheplumberinc.com. The Windy City Bulls. For tickets and game information for the official G League affiliate of the Chicago Bulls, visit windycitybulls.com. Checkup, the Snapchat of basketball. Find and set up nearby basketball anytime, anywhere. Download the app in the Apple App Store today. And Buffalo Wild Wings. Visit their locations in Algonquin and Hoffman Estates for some award-winning wings spun in one of 21 sauces or dry rubs. Or try a tasty burger or wrap. There's something for everyone at Buffalo Wild Wings in Hoffman Estates at Route 59 and 72 or in Algonquin on Randall Road.